Wix and Squarespace are regarded as two of the most popular website builders on the planet, but are they actually a good fit for your business? I know what you might be thinking. Well, isn't this your competition? How can you give an impartial opinion on this topic? Here's the thing. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do any of that. We're going to show you direct reviews from public forums like Trustpilot that highlight some of the issues with these platforms. At the end of all this, feel free to choose whichever platform you like. But let me show you something. Let me just set this up real quick. Oh boy. See, we don't have a budget to get Keanu Reeves for 40 seconds during a Super Bowl commercial where he's riding a bike. Oh my God, that actually happened. Okay, so we don't have that kind of budget. So instead, what we thought we'd do is make a better product. Currently, Wix holds a 3.1 star out of 5, which is subject to change depending on when you're watching this. However, what's probably not going to change is the over 60% one-star reviews, while Squarespace holds an impressive 1.5? I mean, why hasn't Joe Rogan told me about this? Anyways, here are some of the most common issues that you'll see on these platforms directly from their customers. This one's titled, "Squarespace Customer Service is a Joke," and I feel like you know where this is going to go, but I'll read it anyways. "I've been using Squarespace for 10 years, so my opinion is based probably on 50 to 100 interactions over the years. It almost always takes 20 to 30 minutes to get a human being on chat. They never offer help over the phone. They almost never have solutions to problems, just reply with automated responses about how they will forward the request to their developers. These changes are never actually implemented. They neglect their forums and do not make changes people request there either. Very poor robotic communication all around. Do not recommend." One of the biggest complaints we see on these websites is poor customer service. And if you're a small business owner, can you really afford several hours or several days where your website is down or not working? So here is another example of this kind of review. "I came to Squarespace believing they would be a good platform, what with all the promos on YouTube." This is someone that's probably seen one too many Keanu Reeves Squarespace commercials, but I digress. "All I've had is nothing but difficulty. My site can't be found by Google, and it hasn't sitemapped or indexed the site in over a month. No matter what I say to their customer support, they don't help. I'm going to ask for a refund now because I'm sick of it." And the review goes on. If you'd like to read the rest of it, you can pause the video. But it's really unfortunate that, for small business owners who, many of which might not be tech savvy, can't reach another human being on the other side to help them with their business website. Moving on into the next category of problems, because customer support problems, we can talk about that all day, but let's talk about design. Very complex design, incredibly confusing. You never know where you are on the page, and all the editing you do never seems to somehow materialize. I've tried several times with several ideas, but have now decided to give up and look elsewhere. Do not use. Horrendous. Steer clear of this platform. Absolutely no help at all. Still no website, and we are a month on. 3 to 5 days for a response. I'm still waiting a month later. Here's the thing we see, unfortunately, a lot, which is people not actually even finishing their website. Everyone starts out with positive intentions and believes they can do everything on their own, when in reality, some of these website builders are not as easy as they seem. And if you're not tech savvy, you might struggle. And let's move on into the last category. Even though there are a bunch of different categories we can talk about, these are probably the 3 most important ones to most people, so that is the price. Too expensive and things to improve. I'm very disappointed because they make you pay more for functions than you can normally and easily use on a regular website. Here's a list of examples. Pop-ups, integration with MailChimp, Instagram Shop, integration with email clients is a nightmare on the personal plan. I understand the extra cost for having an e-commerce, but this kind of thing sounds like I charge you because I can. Another thing is that the page speed is worse than bad. I think that they have a lot to improve. Although these websites will advertise low starting costs, the reality is once you start adding features you would like that are relatively basic and should already be included in the basic plan, the costs start going from 20 bucks a month to 30 bucks a month and eventually can get up to 50 bucks a month. So these are just some of the reviews on there. If you'd like to see non-PG reviews, I've also left a link down below for both platforms. So feel free to check that out and don't just take my word for it. Okay, Nelly, I understand some of the problems. I might have even experienced them myself if I've used one of those website builders, but how does UENI actually solve those problems? All right, the first thing we can talk about is communication. So I'm gonna say something very radical right now. You're gonna talk to a real person. I know, that's crazy. You've spilled your coffee, you're in disbelief, but hear me out. You're gonna talk to a real person for the entire duration of the process and even after you're done. So You're going to tell this person what you want from your website. They're going to show you how it works, how to edit it. And once it's all said and done, you can still talk to a real person because we have live support every day. All right, number 2, time to launch. A lot of these websites don't get built, so we'll guarantee your website in 7 days. And lastly, and maybe most importantly, the price. $149, and that's it. Pay once, use forever. So while these website builders were busy sponsoring every single podcast on the planet, we've been busy working with small businesses. How many small businesses? Over 600,000 small businesses. We're putting up prime LeBron numbers, and can I get the Trustpilot score? Can I get the editor to pull up the Trustpilot score right now? Much better, right? 4.4 is pretty good, but we're going to keep improving. And if you'd like to see some of our Trustpilot scores, I've left a link down below. Now, this wasn't really meant to be a, let's bash our competition for 5 minutes video, although I did enjoy that a lot. The point of this video was to offer solutions to problems that our competition faces and they don't really have a solution for. And that's why they're hiring Keanu Reeves. I'm not saying we don't want to hire Keanu Reeves. We'd love to. It's just, that's not really our focus right now. So that brings us to the end of this video. If you've used any of these website builders, let us know in the comments below what your experience has been like. We're always looking to learn from our competition. If you'd like to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time. Peace.